Hi, friends. This is Pastor Harley from the Broadway Church. Today's devotion is from Psalm number 44, reading verses 1 through 3. It says, O God, we have heard with our ears, our fathers have told us what deeds you performed in their days and the days of old. You with your own hand drove out the nations, but them you planted. You afflicted the peoples, but them you set free. For not by their own sword did they win the land, nor did their own arm save them, but your right hand and your arm and the light of your face. For you delighted in them. Now that psalm, speaking to God, is saying, well, now also, yours is a salvation that is not secret. It's not something that we hope might be, not something we've speculated and made a decision perhaps it is a thing. In fact, it is a good place to remind ourselves that the Bible isn't a book of things somebody wrote about concerning what they thought about God. But God has acted, and it's acted in very particular ways in the life of the people of Israel in the case of the Old Testament. And so they're ready to say, this is salvation we have heard and we have known. We heard it with our ears. Our fathers, the generations before, gave their testimony to us. We find ourselves in this land that first there was a promise that we would possess this land, and then we do possess this land. And glory be, it wasn't done because our sword was sharpest, that our arms were strongest, that we were the wisest and most cleverest, but God's own hand drove out their enemies before them. God afflicted the peoples who opposed Israel and set slaves free and set them in the land of the promise. It was God's, as he says, his right arm and his hand that saved them, that they might dwell in the right there in the face of God, for he delights in them. God's promises are for you. God delights in you. Draw near to Christ, set your heart in prayer, and live this day for him. Amen.